You Africans, please listen to me as Africans. And you non-Africans, listen to me with open mind.
There's a lot of categories that he can fit into.
So Liam Neeson.
Yeah, what about Liam Neeson?
Something recently happened. He came out in an interview. They were interviewing him. He was talking about this movie that he's coming out with. I guess the theme of the movie is revenge. But while he was talking about it, he went to go and have diarrhea of the mouth, and he went to make an admission.
I don't know why he said that.
And he went to make an admission from his past.
Looking for pity to you and watch the movie. Fuck you, man.
And even in the interview, he admitted, I don't know why I'm telling a journalist
so then
this.
why
He
would
knew.
you open your
He knew.
mouth?
It was that thing was
You think so?
It's part of his promo.
You think he was
part of
clout
his
chasing?
promo, but he
He
didn't know
wanted
that.
to be Mr. Bad Guy, right?
You know,
like,
yes,
I
that
was
I'm
looking
really
for
about this
revenge.
life. Let me tell you
and
something.
blah, 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 blah.
Finish
Nigga,
his what he did. He said that.
So during the interview, he admitted that that he can see how some people just
lose their minds,
get
and
enraged
get
with revenge. That 40 years ago, a
How do
friend
we
of
even
his
know-
that he
how do we not even
knew,
know that it was last week.
a friend of his that he knows, got raped, and she handled the situation very, very, very well. And he was so pissed on her behalf, and he asked her, "Who are the guys that raped you?"
He said what race? He actually specifically asked what
He said
race
what
they
race?
were.
Nothing else.
And this was in Ireland. He said, "What race?" I didn't even know black people were in Ireland.
No, we're
No,
everywhere.
but like 40 years ago, I didn't know.
Yes.
I wouldn't think. But he basically said, "Yeah, I decided." She told me it was a black guy, and so she went to the area
Where there are more black
where
people.
there are black people, and
Which
he
is
was
gone.
hoping for a
He
black
held
person.
a no, it was a club. What
was a
those-
club.
He was
Yeah,
he
it
was
was chub.
hoping
We
for
called
a
it a
black
chub.
person
Oh, okay.
to approach him, and he was like, "I feel awful about it now that I think about it." But he was hoping for a black
Was this
person
for a
to
week? Was it,
Yeah, he
for
went
a
around
week.
for a whole week.
a week or
to come at him so that he can have a
Justify,
justification
yeah.
for
To
whooping
kill
his
them.
ass and killing him
Yeah.
or whatever. And he thinks about it, and he realizes how crazy it was, and how consumed with anger and wanted to go out and inflict this stuff. And it was like one of those honest moments that just came out that probably
He
shouldn't have.
deserves a star.
If
I
it
guess.
was, I mean, his publicist was probably in the
Fuck that
background
guy.
going, "No,
Let me
cut
tell
the
you,
interview, cut the interview."
my-
But long story short is, of course, everyone got outraged, everyone is pissed, and everyone is trying to cancel him now. And there's this debate about, is he a racist? Is he this? Is he that? And I don't know, man. I just think it's.
See, let me tell you something. First of all, we've only seen proof that we have not seen proof he's not a racist.
Thank you.
We've only seen proof that
Thank
he is.
you.
That's number one. But
That
you know what?
What does that
Statement.
mean?
The
He
only
told
state, that's
us
the only
it's
thing we've
racist
seen. He should come
in-
and tell us another story of when he was not racist now. That's the only thing we can judge on. But let me tell you, I believe personally, I think context. You talk about context. 40 years ago, even you didn't know there were black people there.
Right,
Europe
he
was a
grew
very
up-
racist
right,
place.
right.
And I'm pretty sure that thing was very, like the fact that he heard it was a black, it was very, very intentional. Like, you know what? About to kill a nigger today.
Right.
And that's just the truth. If we're putting in context, 40 years ago, if I'm to put that in context, I think he was racist. Is there any other proof outside of that? No. Was Z? Only him knows. But if it was a Chinese person, would he have done the same thing?
If it was a white person, would he have done the same
If it
thing?
was anything else, would he have done the same? I don't know. But it's enough for me to say it's fucked up that somebody, no matter what the reason is, you're going out there to specifically
Kill a black person.
not just kill a person that comes out that didn't do anything. You didn't ask for. I would understand in his movies, maybe he does take in.
Right.
He always knows. He investigates who's the. You didn't ask. Oh,
What did they look
what
like?
did they look like specifically? So I would even understand if he said he went to the neighborhood looking for that specific person. That she said, okay, he has blue eyes, he has a big nose, he has this, and he was looking for that. But you're only taking one aspect. You know, it's the same thing as all these people that one guy does something to you and next thing you're taking it out on all men, or one girl does something to you, you're taking out. What's the difference? But in this one, you're taking somebody's life. You want to take somebody's life based on something that happened to somebody else on your that you know.
Fair.
Corey,
We
as an innocent
we
man.
know it was racist. We know it was racist.
Let's even take the
My
race-
question is our reaction to it. Is there any benefit in being outraged by it?
Yes, there's a benefit.
Or should we be using this as a teachable
There's a
lesson?
benefit because you have to let
my
people know
question.
that it is not acceptable for you to go out there, regardless of race, gender,
Yeah, but I think he
sexuality.
even said it in those
Corey,
comments.
the people who went out there and beat that actor from wherever,
Right.
they intentionally targeted.
Wait, which
Jussie Smollet.
which people? We don't.
The people he said.
He just said that we don't know.
The
it.
people
The people
he said, right?
the people he said
The rape
attacked
victim
him.
said
So-
a black
so-
person
so
too. We don't know if it
stop
was a
saying
black person.
No,
though.
no, the
so
people he
stop
said. He said
saying-
people.
No,
I'm not
Corey,
even saying about
no.
black. I think that guy was attacked because he was gay.
We don't know. We don't know.
That's his story now.
That's what he said.
Do we know about
Then the
Liam
girl
Neeson?
said
Is
the
not what
same
he said?
thing. That's what the girl
Chill
said.
out.
What?
Chill out.
What?
It's the same thing.
Jussie Smollet's story.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about that really briefly.
Uh-huh.
All the evidence so far, the tapes, everything, nothing indicates that happened. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
His
So,
in fact,
bruises
if-
and stuff.
What are we? So what we're basing it off? He said. He
statement.
said.
I'm,
Right,
I'm saying
statement.
I'm saying that happened, but I'm saying that all like the extra story where he said the people said this is MAGA country, this that. None of that has
I don't even-
panned out yet.
okay.
We don't
Police
know
has been
anything.
investigating for weeks now,
Right.
and there were inconsistencies in his story.
Okay.
There's another
Corey,
story out
go away
there
from-
that said
Okay,
no,
please,
but there's another
I don't
story.
want to talk about Jussie
There's another
Smollett. He
story
was a
out
victim
there.
and that's
There's
it.
another. If we're going to speculate about
We're not speculating about the. No.
just-
Me, I'm
Let
just
me
basing
speak.
it
Can I
off
finish?
what he said.
No,
Let Corey
all
finish.
what he
finish?
said was
I finish?
Liam Neeson's victim, the girl,
Go on,
said
go on.
it was a black man.
Yeah,
She
we
said
know
that.
it was wrong. We already
So,
know that.
okay,
And,
so
and the
no one
reason
argued
I'm okay. The reason
No
I
one is
said
arguing that.
people,
Regardless,
there
we
should
know
be an
it was
outrage
wrong.
is because you need to let people understand that this is the things that cause active shooters. If we're being honest, where somebody does something bad to you somewhere.
And just
you go
pick up
out
a
there,
gun and want to
pick
go
up a
shoot
gun and
people,
go shoot
random people
You
that
go
don't
out there.
deserve
I have the
anything.
same, and like sure, people feel like because it's a black guy. Even if this was not a black guy, you can't. Corey, can you imagine being an innocent person?
Wait, who are you
on
arguing
your-
with? We all know this.
That's what I'm saying. That's
We
why there
know-
should be an
we know it's
outrage.
That's why there's
racist.
an
That's-
outrage
no, I'm not even saying about the
now.
We know
race.
it's bad. He
That's
admitted.
why there
He
was an
admitted that what he
outrage.
did was
I'm
bad.
saying
What are
there's
you
an
saying,
outrage
Corey?
because people need
You've
to
been going
learn.
on for too long. Can I
Okay, go on.
talk now?
Go on.
Look, everyone knows it was racist. The reason why he was saying he was trying to admit to his bad behavior. We know it was bad. Yes, even him admitting it was probably stupid. My own thing is our reaction to it. Are we trying to drag him down for being honest about his racism, or are we trying to drag him down just because he was racist at some point in his life? I want to get to the
But
bottom
how do we
of
know
it.
he's no
What
longer racist?
exactly is driving our outrage?
We don't know if he's no
I
longer
feel-
racist. How do we know? What proof do
Depending
we
on
have?
who's dragging. Different people have different outrages. Some people are
Let me
outraged.
finish
because-
now. I let you go on.
Okay,
I
go
let
on.
you go on. So here's my thing, right? I think that this should be a teachable moment, and I think that he was even saying it as a teachable moment. Now, how he said it was probably the wrong way, but I feel like generally this should have been a teachable moment for us to say, you know what, we shouldn't do this. That's fucked up. But to try to make this about because he admitted something 40 years ago, it's like what ends up happening is that then we get people that don't come out and actually start telling their stories. That's what happens. If we try to shame, well, it's okay to shame, but if we try to drag people down, when we try to cancel
Correct.
them, then the real racists they're never going to come out.
I don't-
They're
They
just
don't
gonna-
come out
Corey,
anyway.
they're just gonna
What
keep
racist
being
people
racist
come out?
Corey,
in
They
there.
are. They don't come
Corey,
out.
let me say something.
But I
let
want
me
to
say
talk.
something.
No,
I don't-
you went on
okay,
for a
go
while.
on,
Then
go
I want
on.
to talk about Jussie Smollett. The reason why I brought up
I don't
Jussie-
want to talk about Jussie Smollett.
You don't have to talk about
Finish
it.
the justice one.
The
I'm
reason
not
why-
part of this at
okay,
all.
that's fine.
Finish
The
the
reason why I
justice
want to
one.
talk about it is because you made an assumption. You said people did this because he was this.
He
right?
said that was the story, right?
That's what he said. What I'm saying is that
Hey,
they
are we-
have been.
And what
Are
else
we
has
going
been
off-
going on?
They have been. No, but there's police
But
reports.
aren't we going off
the police
Liam's
reports
stuff with what he said?
No,
too?
but in this one, there's actually
so go on,
there
go
are
on.
police reports that said that there was no video that captured what happened. I'm not saying something didn't
Okay,
happen.
okay.
But the story of him, the narrative that he tried to frame.
Okay.
First of all, there were inconsistencies in his story.
Go on. So
there
he
were
milked
strange
it.
things.
You're saying he milked it,
there were
basically.
there were strange inconsistencies in the story. There are people that are saying that what might have really happened, and since we're going to speculate, is that something might have happened at a nightclub before, and that it might have been a lover's tiff that happened, and then he tried to frame it like a MAGA attack.
Okay.
So we have to be very, very careful with how we try to use these examples. We don't know what happened.
To Liam, you're telling me, it's teachable moment so that racist. Come out to do what? To
Right.
say I
And
was
what are
once
you
a
coming out to
racist.
do?
Guy,
People
let me say
racist, some people
something.
don't come out and
I
say
don't
they're
care.
racist.
I don't
What?
care. I don't care
Keep
about.
that shit to
I
yourself.
don't care about if you're racist or whatever. What I do care about is your actions, and I
Yeah.
say it should not be right that someone should feel that
It's
because
not right.
somebody of any shape, form, anything.
And we're acting like that. You used to happen in America. Men used to
Because
go out looking
we
for
know
black
that.
people
No,
to kill.
forget
So
that.
that's why it's
See,
bad.
let me say
End
why.
of story. That's a
okay,
teachable moment.
Take away
Stop.
this. Take
All
away this
this
black.
Okay,
Take away
kind
this
of
so what
black.
are you being outraged
genuflecting.
about?
Take away this black
Please,
thing.
because it
first
still
of all.
Here's the
happens.
problem,
In
right?
America
Here's
today,
the
it's still
problem.
happening.
Here's
That's why
the
we're
problem.
outraged. Don't tell
Yeti
people how to be
just wants an
outraged.
excuse
My-
to go
what?
to call someone a racist. That's all.
Let me tell you
No, no,
something.
no, no,
My-
no.
Let me
When
tell
did
you
I
my
call him a
condition.
racist?
You
Hold
did.
on,
When did I-
hold on.
when?
I'll tell you your exact
When
words.
did I call him a
Your
racist?
exact words were that, yes, he is a racist.
I said
My-
he did
no,
racist things.
no,
When?
no.
Now?
No, no, no,
Today?
no.
When did I say
It was
it?
on the thread.
No.
I can read it for
No,
you.
I said his acts. That looking for a black person to kill is racist.
So-
Yeah, no, but you said that he is a racist.
Let
We
me-
don't
let
know if
me-
he's
wait,
not.
Let me tell you.
We still don't know if he's
only-
not. What has he done to prove that he isn't?
No, but you're saying he is.
But my only
Who says
thing.
he's
You're
not?
judging, and the man he said he's not. He said he's not a racist
right.
now.
I'm taking
Look,
your word
my
for it
only
now.
thing is I'm not saying
thing is you
cancel.
just wanna
My
be
only thing
outraged
is
for the
my
sake of
only
being
my only
outraged.
problem
That's
is like
all.
I
We know
said,
racism is bad.
I'm not even. That's the thing. You are taking it as a race color. It could have been any color. I'm just saying that, guy. Do you know what it feels like as you're innocent, Corey, and you mistakenly step on someone's shoe and they kill you because that mindset, that is a psycho mindset, and that is what I am outraged about. It should not be right that he has the audacity to think
and
at a
that's-
point in his life it was cool for him to go out for a week
But that's
trying
what
to
he was
kill
saying.
somebody.
But that's what he was. Have you listened to the interview? That's what he was saying in the
So
interview.
in that case, and it's fine for me to say that's fucked up.
So I
that
should
Liam
not
Neeson
pat
did
your
it.
head
But that's
because
what
you're
he was
not
saying.
That's what I'm
recognizing it.
saying.
I beg,
that
please.
is not
that's
good.
exactly what he was saying.
Okay,
good
that's
for
great
him.
for him.
Yeah.
So I should not give him a back rub and pat your head and say you did a
was
good
making
thing.
the point you're
Please.
making.
And I've
Okay.
done anything about it except I
can
express
speak my mind.
myself too that I
Exactly. What?
feel
What
like
are you saying, Corey?
I feel like it's not a
Please.
good. You're
I
attacking.
think too
Let me tell
often,
you why
right,
you're attacking
with this
Yeti because of this
outrage culture.
racist.
No.
I don't care about that aspect because
Too
I feel
often-
like
too often.
maybe
have you,
if it
have you
was
ever
a
heard
different
of
race.
rage bait? Have you ever heard of rage bait?
Corey.
Have you ever heard
Please.
of rage bait?
Anyway,
Kill.
So let me explain. I'll explain why
You
this.
need to get off
why
soon.
this? Wait,
Well,
I'll explain why this is important. It's because when you look at the whole encapsulation, like the whole video, the whole context of the interview, you realize that all they did was they picked the most incendiary part of it, and that's what they call rage bait. Because you know why? That's what gets clicks the most. That's what drives people to YouTube videos. That's what drives people to articles.
But him
It
that
is-
was saying
it
the
is
story,
a
was he not
waste-
using it to
is a-
drive
it
people
is
to
a
go watch
waste
his
of
movie?
emotion.
Was he not using it to drive people to go watch his movie?
This was
I beg.
This was a way. And yes, you,
So
you
And
can
it backfired.
You
And
can
it
make that
backfired.
argument.
It
You can
backfired.
make that argument.
It backfired.
But my point is
He
that,
didn't come out to
but my
say
point
it.
is that.
Why didn't he
but
say
my
this
point
a
is
long
that,
time
you
ago?
see,
He's
the rage
saying
that you
it.
guys are showing,
He's
it's a
saying-
waste of emotion.
Corey, my rage
It's a
is
waste
You
not.
don't tell me what to
It's a
waste my
waste of
emotion.
emotion.
How you? Who are you to
It's
tell
my
me?
opinion.
That's your opinion.
It's my
That's great
opinion.
for you. Everybody has
It's
an
too
opinion.
low of a
That's
hanging
great.
Yeah,
fruit.
let me tell you something.
To be
Liam
talking about-
Neeson wanted to come and form. Yo,
Mr.
go
Bad
watch my
Guy.
movie. I was about this life before and I've changed. Well, nigga, fuck you, man, because it backfired. And now you're gonna come out and tell us some sub story.
It's just rage
and
bait.
this. Let me
It's
tell
just
you,
rage
unfortunately,
bait.
it
That's
backfired.
all. It's just
And
rage
I don't
bait.
care.
Okay, good
Do
for
I
you.
think Liam Neeson is
guy
a
was
racist
being a
today?
honest guy. That's
You
Do I
weren't
think he's
upset.
do I
That's
think
great.
he's a
You
racist
don't tell
today?
people how
I don't
to
know.
feel,
Like I
Corey.
said, do I think he's a racist today? I don't know. The only evidence he has given me was that 40 years ago he was a racist. Is he one today? I don't know.
It's because you guys are
But-
the ones losing sleep.
But
And some other people
I'm not
are counting
losing
money.
sleep. But Corey, it's
Please,
not
Corey,
fair. It's not
give
nice.
us-
It's called
spare
rage
us.
bait.
Corey,
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 spare
let me
us.
tell
Another
you.
word for
Before I end
clickbait.
this thing, let me end this thing.
But it's rage bait.
Corey.
They
Alright.
get you guys
Corey,
You
enraged.
learn a new
we
term.
wake up-
They
we
take
see you.
they take snippets of everything,
wake up
and because
every
they
day.
want to
Okay.
get you guys
Corey.
pissed. They want to get you guys coming on Twitter.
Do you want to know
shouting. That's
something?
all.
You guys
Who's
are
on Twitter
Corey, you're
shouting?
focusing
That's
on
all.
the wrong
If you're
thing.
not on Twitter touting, you're on WhatsApp
Corey,
shouting, or
you're
you're on the podcast
focusing
shouting.
on the wrong thing. You are
I beg,
focusing
right?
on you're
Like,
focusing
what
on
do you-
race.
please.
You should focus on the fact that, and if you're saying you should address something, you're using racist. Corey, it's psychopath. Is a psychopath to want to go and kill somebody intentionally
random
that did
somebody,
nothing
for
to you.
somebody
We know that.
else.
So if we're to address
We know
anything, it should be
that.
that.
We
This
know
country
that.
is a country filled with every day we wake up, we ain't gone
We-
shooting somewhere. This is the things
We know that.
that cause it.
We already know that, and that was exactly what he was saying in the video. But anyway, moving
wasn't.
on.
No, he
Anyway,
was
We need to
saying-
wrap
he
up
wasn't
before
saying
we
that,
go on
but
our
okay.
music
He was saying
break.
go watch my
Please,
movie.
you guys know he never said that. He never said
Right.
that. Don't put words in his mouth.
Corey, spare us.
But before we go on, please don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Sorry about that. Please don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Smiling Software. Search for us. We are on Twitter at SmilingPod. On Instagram, Smiling_Sufferer. Please follow us. Please like our videos. And please spread the message. If you know, you know. Wale, please take us out.
Story or outro. Abi.
Yes.
You even confused me with this whole name. Fuck Liam Neeson. And fuck all the rapists out there, man. I hope that guy does get.
Look, his
if
movies
it's
are all
real.
the same.
Who,
these
Liam
days.
Neeson? That's why he wants to sell now. He wants to come out with a
looking to
different
kill-
angle.
He's always
now.
looking to revenge.
Somebody even said that.
Anyway.
Don't you pray for your family? They're always getting taken.